This is Sneaker Gears. My name is Levi, and today I'm happy to bring you another episode of Personal Gears, where we're going to be looking at the Nike series, The Art of a Champion, and 7 interesting facts maybe you didn't notice. Alright, so number 7, and maybe you did read this, but number 16 of the 16 shoe pack is actually undisclosed. It is going to be in honor of a player or a team of whoever wins the championship this year. So to finish off that pack, if you were trying to get all 16, we'll have to wait and see how the playoffs unfold this year to see what's coming. Number 6 is actually in honor of the Warriors championship as a team. Nike used the Force 270 with a gold colorway. It's the only shoe of the entire series that's not a basketball shoe, and that's not based on a player, it's based on the team. Now, I really think it's a lost chance to really give his due to maybe Andre Iguodala, who had an MVP, finals MVP, or maybe even Draymond Green. Maybe they didn't want to do Kevin Durant just because obviously he's going to be later on in this pack, but to give one for the team and to do a running shoe is kind of lost on me. If you guys have any info on that, let me know. But that was something maybe a few saw and were confused on. Number 5 is the Maya Moore Jordan 11 Low. Now, this is the spiritual sister to the Dornbecker 12. Now, my hope, and it hasn't been confirmed, I've been trying to read everywhere, is that this should be a men's version, which is cool because most of Maya Moore's Player Edition have been GS or girls only. To this day, I still think the Maya Moore Grade School 7 Player Edition is the best colorway for the Jordan 7. Argue with me, but that thing looked amazing. I was actually really sad to find out it was a GS only. Number 4 is LeBron is actually getting his second signature line retroed with the LeBron Soldier 1. Now, the interesting fact a lot of people don't know about this is if you are an OG or you're a collector, this is not an actual retro. It is a slightly new colorway based on the Art of a Championship series because the color blocking is slightly different. So if you're hoping it to be exact original, you might be a little disappointed, but if you're looking to get the Soldier 1, which is a really cool shoe, I'm sure you're going to be excited to grab that. My earliest Soldier line is the Soldier 3, as I thought when I originally saw the shoe that it didn't have any laces with those 2 huge Velcros, but we actually didn't get to the lace design until the Soldier 10, 7 years later, but still really cool shoe. Really excited to see that come out. Number 3 is we're finally getting to see a Kawhi Leonard claw logo on a sneaker. Outside of the Jordan logo, Jumpman obviously, and maybe the Kobe sheath, I think that is the coolest logo, and it's been a shame that he hasn't had either his own signature shoe or other player editions, but it is kind of nice that they're putting it on the Jordan 1, which is always a classic, and we're finally going to see something with that claw logo. Obviously, as a finals MVP, Defensive Player of the Year multiple times. It's something that I think he really does deserve. Wherever he goes next year, whatever's happening with him and the Spurs or what team he goes, I wish him success, and I hope we can see more of that logo. Number 2 is Kevin Durant. The KD line is finally seeing its first retro. Now, the cool thing about this is to many, including myself, probably the best looking Kevin Durant in the KD4. Now, this initially launched as a $95 budget shoe, but it had Zoom Air in the heel, air in the forefoot. That strap really locked you in. It was a solid performer. Now, they're giving honor to him, obviously going to the championship, but he didn't win it. So maybe the 270s are honoring him, because I know the 270 was the first or the largest size when he wanted the pair. So it's kind of weird. So he's kind of getting honored twice when I really feel the other ones probably could have gone to another player. But if you missed out on the KD4, you always wanted the pair, now's your chance. And the number 1 most interesting fact, and this comes with a caveat, is they are retroing or re-releasing the Jordan 28. To this day, this is probably the best performing Jordan in my opinion. The Jordan 29 is the only shoe that's lighter, so this is the second lightest. The Jordan 29 is possibly the only shoe that is better fitting. To me, this was better fitting, but you can argue that. But no one would argue this is probably the best traction on almost any shoe ever, and this is some of the best cushion on definitely any Jordan ever. And this is being retro really only 4 years later. Now, this is also technically a nod to a player edition of Ray Allen, and Ray Allen's been a Jordan guy for many years and has a ton of player editions that I think any Jordan fan out there would love to see more Ray Allen collections come out. So if this is a sign of things to come, that is awesome. Now, that caveat I talked about was actually referring to when the Jordan 23 came out. They did release the CDP collection where they released 1 through 22 in a pack. I wouldn't really count that since that was kind of in tribute to the 23, and a lot of people really didn't want the 19, 20, 21, 22, but it came out nonetheless. This is a shoe I think a lot of people will like. This is a shoe I will be picking up. Now, the original black colorway, if you guys are wondering if I got it early, no, this is the OG electric green colorway. So the fact the new one's coming out with a white inside, I think is awesome. I definitely really want that. But I'm super excited to see that 28 come out again only 4 years later. Well, the Art of the Championship pack is 16 shoes, really creative. I love all the players and that they're honoring with Moses Malone, with Rasheed Wallace, with Dr. J, going back to the Converse days. It's a really cool story, which Nike is great at telling, and I'm sure there's at least one shoe that you're looking at saying, maybe I need to get that. But hopefully I gave you kind of 7 tips that maybe you didn't notice if you're looking at this pack, and maybe I gave you something that maybe you have some interest in buying. Guys, if you have any questions for miss anything, shoot in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. As always, please give this channel a follow. Subscribe down below. Follow me on Instagram, on Twitter. This is Levi with Sneaker Gears. Really appreciate you guys, and I'll see you soon.